The first thing I noticed about the alien queen was not her crown, nor her towering height, nor the faint glow of bioluminescent veins beneath her translucent skin. It was her eyes. Ancient, heavy, the eyes of someone who had ruled not merely a people, but history itself. I stood alone in the celestial throne chamber, a cathedral carved from living crystal, its walls slowly pulsing with the heartbeat of an entire planet. Above us, stars drifted behind a dome of transparent energy, reminding me how far I was from Earth and how fragile my existence was in this place. I was human, unarmed, surrounded by beings who could erase me with a thought. And yet, I was here by invitation. At the Queen's side stood Princess Lyra. She was everything the legends promised and more. Tall, luminous, her silver eyes reflecting galaxies I had never seen. She wore no armor, no royal regalia, only a simple robe woven from starlight threads. Despite her elegance, there was tension in her posture, as if she were bracing for an impact only she could feel. I knew why. The Queen's voice echoed through the chamber, layered and resonant, as if multiple tones spoke at once. "Human," she said, "you have crossed war zones, survived our trials, and refused power beyond your species' imagining." She leaned forward slightly, her crown emitting a low harmonic hum. "Now I ask you one final question." The chamber fell silent. "Do you desire my daughter?" The words struck harder than any weapon. I had known this moment was coming. From the first day Lyra guided me through the alien capital, from the nights we spent exchanging stories beneath twin moons, from the way she looked at me when she thought no one else was watching. But knowing it would come did not make it easier. Because this was not a question about love alone. It was about fate, politics, the survival of two civilizations. I swallowed, my mouth dry. Before I could answer, memories surged through me. I remembered arriving on this world as an emissary, sent by a desperate Earth alliance after first contact nearly ended in annihilation. I remembered the mistrust in every alien gaze, the assumption that humans were little more than clever animals with dangerous toys. And I remembered Lyra. She had been assigned as my escort, part diplomat, part jailer. At first, she spoke to me with the careful distance of royalty. But over time, that distance eroded. She laughed at my jokes, clumsy as they were in translation. She asked about Earth's oceans, about music, about why humans told stories where hope survived against impossible odds. And one night, as alien constellations drifted overhead, she confessed her fear. "I am to inherit the throne," she said softly. "But my mother believes love is a weakness. She ruled alone. She expects me to do the same." I told her something no one had ever told her before. That doesn't mean she's right. The Queen rose from her throne now, descending the steps with deliberate grace. Every footstep sent ripples of light across the floor. "Answer," she commanded. "Know that deception will not save you. If your desire is conquest, ambition, or survival, you will not leave this chamber alive." Lyra's eyes met mine. There was no plea in them, only trust. I exhaled slowly. "Yes," I said. "I desire your daughter." A murmur spread through the chamber. The Queen's eyes narrowed. "But not in the way you fear." I stepped forward, ignoring the warning hum of energy weapons activating around the room. "I do not seek your throne. I do not seek her power, her lineage, or her influence over your people. I turned slightly toward Lyra. I desire her courage, her compassion, her stubborn belief that the universe can be better than it is. The queen raised one hand, and the chamber fell silent again. You speak of ideals, she said. Ideals fade. Empires endure. Empires fall. I replied, my voice steadier now. I've seen it on my own world. They fall when they forget the people they exist to protect. The queen studied me for a long moment. Would you abandon your species for her? She asked. No, I answered immediately, and I would never ask her to abandon hers. That, finally, caused something to shift. The queen's posture faltered, just slightly. Then how? She asked quietly. Do you believe this bond can exist? I looked between them. By standing between our worlds, I said, not above them, not ruling them, but connecting them. Lyra inhaled sharply. I continued, let me be clear. If she chooses duty over me, I will accept it. If she chooses me, I will still honor her people as my own. Love is not possession. It is choice. For the first time, the queen said nothing. Her gaze drifted to her daughter, and in that moment, the mask of absolute authority cracked. I once loved, the queen said softly, her voice no longer echoing. I loved your father. Lyra stiffened in shock. He was brilliant, the queen continued. Kind and mortal. When he died, I swore never again to let love endanger my rule. Her eyes shimmered. I taught myself to believe that isolation was strength. A single tear formed at the corner of her eye, glowing like liquid starlight as it fell to the crystal floor. You answered as he once did, she said, without fear, without ambition. She straightened, her crown dimming. Perhaps, the queen said, voice thick with emotion, I was wrong. The chamber doors slowly opened. Human, she declared, you may walk beside my daughter, not as a ruler, but as an equal. Lyra's breath caught. She turned to me, disbelief and joy intertwining. But know this, the queen added. If you ever betray her trust, I will personally unmake every atom you are composed of. I smiled faintly. That seems fair. The queen actually laughed, soft, genuine, and ancient. As Lyra took my hand, the stars above the throne chamber shifted, aligning into a formation unseen for millennia. Later, as we stood on the balcony overlooking a world that no longer felt quite so alien, Lyra leaned against me. You made her cry, she said quietly. I didn't mean to, I replied. She smiled. I think, she said, she's been waiting centuries for someone to answer that question the way you did. And for the first time since humanity reached for the stars, the future did not feel like a battlefield, but a bridge.